Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
All right, here we go. It is the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Wednesday. How the heck is everybody? Good.
I'm going to get into this tamale. You remember Evelyn brought us homemade tamales?
Yeah, I do.
And I am going to enjoy some right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a great time to eat right when we crack the mic.
Yeah.
We just had a 25-minute break.
Yeah. Now I'm going to eat.
I was busy.
All right. Mm-hmm. Great. Good to
Damn.
listen to Virginia Chew.
Timing.
Evelyn, your tamale is fantastic.
Okay. Got several emails here. If you are into the food thing, there are many celebrities in South Florida. Just had the Palm Beach Food and Wine Fest last week. And Tracy said, yeah, I saw Paula Deen at Bradley's on Sunday in West Palm Beach.
Maybe Gordon Ramsay's here.
Maybe.
It's possible.
You thought you saw him.
This guy looked just like Gordon Ramsay. If it wasn't Gordon Ramsay, it was Tommy Ramsay, his brother.
Okay. Could be. All right, got an email here about White Lotus. Somebody told me the HBO show, which had 4.1 million viewers for its finale on Sunday night, breaking all kinds of records. They said to watch season 2 first because there's 2 seasons. But I got many emails saying, don't listen to that advice. That's not good. Milika said the person who recommended that is wrong. Jennifer Coolidge's character Tanya meets her husband in season 1 and talks about other characters from season 1 as well. If you watch season 2 first, I think you would get very confused. Also, it's called White Lotus because that's the name of the resort chain that Tanya vacations at. So far, all the characters are new in each season except for Jennifer Coolidge and her husband. A very well-done show. I do recommend watching it from the beginning, though. So start with season 1.
I can't wait. I'm going to watch that, too. I have so many things to watch over the Christmas break.
It's nice, isn't it?
I love it.
You got that. You got Usual Suspects.
Is that on Netflix?
No.
I'm watching Harry and Meghan.
So some good info there. The season they just did was done at a place, San Dominican, I believe was the name of it, in Sicily. Gorgeous. And people are now trying to book, and I guess starting in the new year, you could book a room there.
Wow.
If you like the location. And season 1, I think, was in Hawaii. So a lot of people are seeing these shows, and they're going there to vacation now because, like, oh my gosh, I watch it. I watch Yellowstone. I want to go to Montana.
My friend did that for the 4th of July. They spent the holiday in Montana because the dad loves Yellowstone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They all got cowboy outfits.
Yeah.
Montana. I like the sound of that. Montana sounds
Beautiful.
fun to me.
Big sky country.
I think if you go out there, you gotta bring a group of people. You don't do Montana alone.
Your boy John Mayer goes there a lot.
Yeah, I think he went out there when he wanted to try to find himself after he fucked up in that Playboy interview he did.
Damn.
That's what happens. You go out to Montana to think.
Think about getting right with Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like pretty much all the shows now, they got some interesting locale. Even Sylvester Stallone's new show, Tulsa King. Seeing a little bit of Oklahoma. And man, gotta tell you though, that show really doesn't make you want to go to Tulsa.
Really?
There's no desire in me to go to Oklahoma.
It doesn't really seem like there's a lot there.
I don't know anything about Oklahoma except like the bombing. That's the only thing I know. It's kind of negative.
Yeah. It's not fun.
But how are those enchiladas?
It's not enchiladas. It's tamales.
Tamales. How are those tamales?
Show some respect to the Mexican culture.
I apologize.
You dirty hippie.
I'm a shitty Italian. I'm a shitty Mexican. I'm everything.
Evelyn can make a good tamale. I'll tell you that right now.
It sounds like it. Is what I was trying to say. It sounds like good.
I just wanted her to know we loved it.
Stacy said, I'm a day late, but I wanted to tell you my experiences with bad Christmas presents. My mother-in-law, God rest her soul, one year got me a #1 mom Tiffany type bracelet. It was beautiful. The problem is, though, I'm infertile and I have no kids. And her son and I have been trying to conceive for 13 years at that point. Once I opened it, and I looked at her, and she said, oops, that's not yours. So the next year, I got a one-size-fits-all moo-moo. It was so big, we thought it was a bed sheet. Now, I did admittedly put on a little bit of weight that year, but that much? Come on. Then the following year, I got a single pot holder, which I guess is an improvement. So,
Damn.
Wow, that's some shitty-ass gifts.
Your
Yeah.
mother-in-law hated you.
A pot holder?
A bracelet that said #1 mom when you were struggling to conceive
yeah.
for years? That is some cold-hearted stuff.
Now, let me go back. A pot holder could be good if it was something that would be fun. A pizza pot holder that had slices of pizza on there, or a werewolf or an alien or something, that'd be kind of
Yeah.
cool. But a straight-up just yellow pot holder, fuck that noise.
It's $5.
That's weak.
It says nothing like I care or I love you.
Yeah, just bad thoughts. It's not even that you got to spend a lot of money. You can do a lot of thoughtful things for really nothing. Like
Totally.
Randy came in here, and she knows that I like tequila, and she got me tequila for Christmas. Thank you very much,
And
Randy.
a Christmas ornament from Ohio.
Yeah.
I got one from Louisiana on a bottle of Kahlua. That was so sweet.
Randy got me whiskey and a Bigfoot ornament.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
So beautiful.
See, that's it.
And Panchita, she brought in some food from KVJ Nation. She brought in some presents, I should say.
She made some homemade Kahlua and a whole box of gifts.
Panchita from KVJ Nation, the one that brought us the beer and all the other stuff, she brought us more stuff, Kevin.
More stuff?
It's a great holiday, Kevin.
Remember I've been talking about these Uncrustables? You
Yeah.
can't get these anywhere in my area.
Right.
It's the honey peanut butter. She
Did you just bounce that box off your nose?
I just choke slammed these off my face somehow.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing there.
I get so
That
excited.
bitch ass grip really is in full effect.
It is, man. It's getting weaker and weaker.
He's dropping shit on your face.
I'm just so tickled pink when I get something. So I haven't had these in a year plus. Since the pandem's hit, I haven't had the
Been a
yellow
while.
box. Yeah. So great gifts, Panchita. You're
Yeah.
talking gifts. I don't think I'm derailing too bad.
So many
I think
gifts.
that's right in with it. It's about how to find a good gift. So there you go. Thank you very much. Got an email here from Sarah. She said, I want to thank you for your show. I listen every day, listen live in the morning, and then on Spotify later in the day. Thank you. You've helped me on every road trip I've had in the last few years, and I have serious driving anxiety, but listening to you guys helps me relax and just drive. I wanted to offer some advice to Jaybird about Oregon and his thought of going there for Christmas. I'm not sure of all the reasons he feels he shouldn't go, but I know I was in a similar situation a few months ago trying to get there to see my Grams. Similar in the sense that I knew I needed to be there, but I also knew it wasn't the best choice. I couldn't find a reasonable ticket. I am a teacher who is not paid well. I absolutely love my school, which is why I stay, but I make much less than even public school teachers make.
Damn.
And ticket prices were at about $1,000.
That's crazy.
Well, I did look every day, and I was able to find round-trip direct tickets for $300 from Orlando to Portland. So it's hard when your heart says one thing, but your brain says another. I do believe, though, that when it comes to a feeling in your heart that you should be there, you should be there.
Yeah, it's really not. I mean, the ticket price does suck. I'm not over here saying that's awesome, but that's not the reason why I wouldn't go. I just got some other shit here behind the scenes with my family that I really don't want to go into detail. But it's just one of those tug of war kind of a things. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I know. The one thing, if I do go to Oregon, I will pay top price because I will wait to the last minute.
I will overpay.
Oh, it'll be.
I will
fucking-
do it wrong.
By
it will be
hundreds.
terrible. I will absolutely be shitty. Shitty
Last
decision.
minute drunken ticket purchase. That's what I like to make.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas.
Eric says, I'm driving the family up to Pigeon Forge for Christmas week. It's a long drive, so we plan on stopping for a night in Savannah, Georgia. So I'm just curious on what there is to do there or any spots that you'd recommend us to check out. Breweries, nature, museums, anything at all. Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. They have got a lot of great places to go from breweries. Don't know too much about the nature around there, they do have the river, but you can go right there on, they've got River Street, and you'll be able to see that there. They even have little ferries that you can take back and forth. Museums, I don't know too much, but they do have a lot of historical things that you can see there as well. And I've got a map that I have done where I've dropped a little pin basically on all the good places that you would want to go to. It's one of my favorite cities to go to. I love Savannah. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love the history. There's a great brewery that's there. In fact, the guy who was working there and I went there is from Palm Beach Gardens. And it is a place that was built by service men and women.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
And so I love that aspect of it. And that is just, if you go a little bit north on River Street, you'll see that. And they have kind of a cool little area, too, with a rooftop bar there. And then just going around and walking around the downtown area with all those little squares, you'll find some stuff. And we have all of those little maps posted on our website at kvjshow.com, so you can find Savannah on there. And that'll give you plenty of places to check out there, Eric.
And then when you get to your destination, make sure you do the Rocky Top Mountain Roller Coaster.
Ooh.
That was my favorite of
Pigeon
all the.
Forge.
And Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
I think Gatlinburg is beautiful.
It is, yeah.
Even nicer than Pigeon Forge. Make sure you roam around. But all of those mountain roller coasters are so cool. And go on Groupon because you can find Groupons for them where you buy one, get one free. Instead of walking up to the ticket window and paying full price, you have a BOGO right there on your phone.
Boy, you fucking love a coupon.
I do.
You do, man. She's always talking coupons and Groupons.
If you gotta buy like 5 tickets for the whole family, if you get a Groupon, it's like buy one, get one free. Save yourself like $50-$60.
I feel like women like coupons more than men.
I think you're right.
A lot of women lose their shit over coupons. I've seen it happen. I don't see too many dudes going, I got all these fucking coupons. But my sisters, my mom, aunt, ex-girlfriends, they all lose their shit over coupons.
There's something about a BOGO that makes you feel like you're beating the system.
Does the queen get into any of that?
She does, yeah. There's a lot of stuff. If she has a gift certificate to someplace, it's crazy. It could be $5 off, and we'll drive 100 miles to go to this place to save $5 ultimately, but we'll spend $80 in gas. And yeah, she's a sucker for it. I don't know what it is. I'm like, you realize you're ultimately not saving money with this, but we got to do.
Stop trying to talk sense
to
a nonsensical coupon person.
Yeah, you're right.
We can't understand your language.
Yeah,
You're cutting,
you and your logic.
You're cutting shit out. I can't cut well anyway. I'm fucking bitch ass, shaky bitch ass grip.
Baby, you don't have to cut no more. Just they're on your phone.
That shows you
coupon would be on your phone now.
I'm so not
Download the barcode. You're good.
He's gonna walk in with a coupon expired in the 80s. That was the last time you had to cut them out of the paper.
I've got 50 coupons here, guys. Where's my deal?
Clipping is for grandma. Just put that on your phone.
Because honestly, cutting out a coupon is a coupon. Am I saying it wrong? Coupon or coupon?
It goes either way.
both.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, your bitch ass grip can't cut.
I hate cutting. I hate when I'm cutting shit. I'm going.
We should do a cutting
I'm
challenge.
not the best cutter.
We should try to make him cut out like snowflakes.
Oh, I remember my kindergarten teacher. She goes. She would be a fucking maniac if you didn't cut the straight line, and she would watch you like that. So I remember going, oh fuck, she's watching me again. I'd get the shakes. She'd yell at me in front of everybody.
He had a baby bitch ass grip.
I had the meanest kindergarten teacher.
Ann sent in an email, and we were talking about what you would do if you had all kinds of ridiculous money. She had a good thing. She's going to do something nice with hers. She would open up, basically buy an old hotel, redesign it, and provide rent-free for homeless families, veterans, single parents. That'd be a good idea, absolutely. And make an arrangement for animal rescue and hire those that live in the apartments to care for the animals and provide college education for those that want to get ahead. Yeah, that's really the kind of stuff that we should be doing, our government, with our money, is fixing some of these structural issues and helping people out in that way to get them on their feet and be productive. It would be nice, but for some reason we haven't gotten there yet. Engineer Keith wanted to let us know, too, because we were talking about stressful jobs. Being on the radio was somewhere I think around 185 or something like that on the list, but it's still apparently is more stressful in about 83% of the jobs that are out there. And one was a nuclear power plant engineer. And he said, I used to operate one, and the thing was so overly safe that we would welcome problems. He said it was just basically hours of boredom followed by seconds of terror, and they were right. That's the saying.
Hours of boredom followed by seconds of terror.
Yeah.
That sounds stressful.
He said he was there for 4 years, and he said no, it was just there was never any kind of problem whatsoever. They just operated a steady state constantly. And so he said, I could totally see that being a less stressful job than being on the radio. Okay.
Dang.
How about that? Jody, a.k.a. Chili, and her motorcycle husband that took Jaybird for a ride.
Oh,
with the
yeah.
Crazy Horse.
We love them. They're very nice people.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, bitches. That's what Jay Bird yelled hanging off the back of the motorcycle.
At least I didn't say "fuck you, bitches."
He said, I'm in insurance, and he is a UPS driver. Where does that rank? Yeah, the Department of Labor came out with a list. You'll be able to, if you do a search for it, most stressful jobs, Department of Labor, you'll be able to break it down. There's hundreds of jobs on there listed. As I don't know what criteria they used to determine what was more stressful. As I read off the list that of jobs that were supposed to be less stressful than ours, I was like, I didn't agree with hardly any of them.
What do you think about this one? Exotic dancer. Stressful or not really? Especially if you got a bunch of gross dudes that are all sweaty.
I
and-
think that really
Yeah.
would be tough, and I think it does kind of wear on you. I mean, you probably are self-conscious in many ways. You probably just hate the interactions. There's a lot there. I think that's why a lot of the girls will drink while they work, is to kind of help,
Numb the pain.
Get in that
pass
mood.
the time. Yeah, just kind of some tough stuff. So
Who do you think would be the best stripper on the show? If they had to go in that life, who do you think would
you by far.
You really think that?
Yeah, you put the most into it.
It should. I think
You'd be a
Virginia.
great conversationalist. You'd make sure everybody got their money's worth.
If you took my heart and put it in Virginia's body, I think we got a little career going here.
I think that I'm too much of a bitch because you have to be nice to the guys. And even when they do things that are just kind of gross, you can't call them out. Like,
You would be the worst dancer.
I'm sorry. If you stink, you're not getting a lap dance. And I'm going to tell you, you fucking stink.
Go brush your teeth. You ain't getting none of this.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work.
We had to call them out on Monday about people who stand out front of Publix and panhandle for money for kids' sports things. But Jonathan said, in regard to that lady that was complaining, I think it was Therese in the Pinot, she said that she's completely wrong. I've coached many basketball teams and I dealt with many fundraisers. Unless you can sell massive amounts of whatever product you're pushing, you won't make that much money. You have to pay for whatever you're selling, and that takes most of your profits. It's hard to get people to buy that expensive popcorn or chocolate, especially if you're in a lower income area. The car washes are a lot of work. You have to find a good location with high traffic to do it. That can be hard to find for a lot of schools. Most times you won't get that many cars anyway. Most people would much rather give a few bucks than buy some expensive food they don't want or take the time to get a car wash. You make way more money just asking for it. Last I heard, they stopped allowing highway holdups because a firefighter got hit by a car. They used to do it all the time.
Damn, what do you think?
Well, giving to the firefighters is different than giving to your dance team.
1,000,000,000%.
So I don't think it's really fair to compare the two. But, I mean, I'll always give to the firefighters that are out there boot shaking.
Firefighters versus. My daughter's going to Orlando for jazzercise camp. We need
Yeah.
$7,000.
That's what they'll do.
Only 7.
Yeah, that's what they'll do.
Does not cover fooding and lodge, but that will be next week's askings.
Fooding and lodge.
Lodging and fooding.
Yeah, I remember when my daughter used to play. The one thing they did that was very successful was they would do poker tournaments.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's smart. It's something. It's an activity. It's
Yeah. And then, you would buy snacks and all that kind of stuff there, and then all that money would go into it. And then they seemed to be successful. People didn't hate giving the money then.
That's smart.
Yeah, and it all kind of worked out. That seemed to be the best way that I had ever seen for fundraising to do it. Let me see. Some other call outs a little bit later here in the week. But Nathan had said, I need to call out all of you. Denny's and Suits are exempt. I don't think they were on this, but let me set the scene. I just sat down to eat a delicious buffalo chicken salad sandwich as the audio of what happened to be Jaybird over the weekend was playing. Right as I take a bite, Jaybird starts talking about the blood outside his front door. It starts to gross me out a bit, but I power through. Kevin then starts to elaborate on possible ideas too. So I take another bite, but I start to feel not as hungry. And then Virginia chimes in with, maybe it's a menstruating animal. I look down at my sandwich, as Virginia would say, and I see the buffalo sauce dripping down the sides. And I realize my lunch was over. I only managed 2 bites, and now I'm grossed out and sad.
I'm sorry.
You're welcome for the diet.
Look, dog, I'm just trying to tell you what's going on in my life. I had fucking blood outside my door. Still don't know where it came from.
It could have been a menstruating squirrel. You don't know.
I kind of hope it's more of a human than a menstruating squirrel. I don't want to fucking deal with that. At least a human, I'm like, all right, someone cut themselves and they're walking away. Menstruating squirrels sound like a possible ongoing problem.
Every month.
Got an email from Dave, who is not listening anymore.
Oh, no.
He said, I used to think your morning show was funny. Now it's just sad.
That's funny.
I was just in the car, and again, you're discussing drinking and getting hammered. Don't you have anything else to talk about? Virginia can't even get through the morning without a drink. Damn. You all need help.
Damn.
AAA.
Yes,
Apparently, we got a flat tire.
We need AAA?
12 steps, whatever. Your show is just sad lately.
I think he means AA, Alcoholics Anonymous.
I'll be listening to the 93.5 morning show. You all need help. Sad you used to be funny. Maybe time to go off air. You're just a bunch of sad elderly drunks.
Signed, the crew from 93.5.
I mean, and? What's your point, bro?
Lost one.
Oh, well.
There you go.
And yet the world still turns, Kevin.
You know what? There'll be 3 more pirates that replace him, and they love drinking.
Travis says, I'm listening to the After the Show podcast from 2017. And why do you guys have so much common sense and the rest of the world is just fucked? So KVJ is kind, and I just can't comprehend how the rest of the world is just fucked. Okay, well, that's nice.
That's nice. That's better than the last email.
Better than the last email. Mm-hmm. And Jonathan said, how do I become a part of KVJ Nation? I've been listening to you guys for 2 years straight now, and I have not missed a single show since.
Aw.
There's really nothing to do. We just kind of use that term to people that, are diehards of the show and listen. There is something that we have kind of kicked around about almost kind of coming up with a perks kind of crew where you could jump in. You can get some extra little cool things to do.
Coupons?
Yeah, where it would be a little bit more formal. Right now it's very informal, but we are kicking around the idea of making it a little bit more formal and having some really cool perks for you. So when we get to that, we'll let everybody know. And he said, also, you guys were talking about doing a podcast at Jaybird's house over the break. I just want to let you guys know I need it, and I will pay to see that content, especially if there's drinks involved. Sincerely, Yanni. So,
Okay, so Yanni likes the drink.
What a different, we're living in this kind of bipolar world of emails.
I'm just going to pretend like Yanni is the only one that exists.
That's not true. You said we only talk about alcohol. I know we talked about the Royals today. I know we talked about a lot of stuff.
Can you name any other dirt story?
Yes. You talked about the Royals. You talked about the sad story about Ellen's DJ.
That wasn't in the dirt.
Kevin talked about that. I thought you did a great job, by the way, Kevin.
Thank you.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
You you had fuck.
So you remember my one entertainment story more than you remember Virginia's many dirt stories?
I mean, the one email was right. I do drink a lot.
I guess I need to make the dirt a little more entertaining.
I'm off. I'm way. Yeah, today's the wrong day.
Yeah, you puked up your soul.
You
went through a lot.
I threw that was a lot of throw up.
That was a lot.
Yeah, if you missed it for World Record Wednesday, Jaybird was trying to get down a half gallon of eggnog, and I would say probably about 3/4 of that half gallon went down, and then it seemed like even more came up. So
I think it's that whole thing where you can't drink a gallon of milk because eggnog is like 10 times thicker than milk.
It was rough. The thing that sucked too, the one time a refrigerator works next level, it was cold as fuck. It was so cold.
Yeah.
Man.
And ice chips.
But after I had thrown up, you're right. I felt like I threw up my soul. I had just been real drowsy since. Just kind of
just took a lot out of you.
terrible headache, vertigo. I don't know, man. I don't feel right. I'm okay, though.
Right.
Yeah, don't email Kevin. You guys have gone too far.
Because we're going to go further tomorrow.
We just keep building that 93.5 audience.
They're definitely not going to do good stuff like this.
Thanks for the plug. I'm going to check them out later.
Yeah.
Are they puking up their soul? I don't think so.
Probably not.
I'm not trying to start no war.
Nikki had said that rumor that Kevin had heard about men not being able to get hard if they're at risk of having a heart attack was disproved by my husband a few years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember. Somebody had told me that, one sign that you might have some heart issues is, when you are having a hard time getting it up, you got a little, limp dick.
Oh, yeah.
And it had to do with blood flow. And that's what gets you hard, and that might show that you've got some blockage.
It makes sense.
Yeah, and it may just be, and I think it was probably just one sign. Now, to say, is it possible that you can still get a raging boner and still have heart problems? I think she's saying yes, because my husband in his early 40s had been having minor chest pains, and we were getting it on, and he stopped for a second, didn't know why, but eventually he let me know that he was having chest pains, but he powered through it. And we eventually went to the emergency room. We found out his widowmaker artery was about 99% blocked.
Damn.
He was dangerously close to dropping dead of a heart attack without any warning.
But he was getting it done.
What a fucking workhorse.
Right.
Talk about, that's who you want to marry.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is a story to be proud of.
Still powering through it.
What a fucking workhorse.
He fucked his way through a heart attack.
My man was on the brink of death, and he was still pounding.
Nope.
Yeah.
Ain't stopping.
And I wonder how it was for her. Was it a good round?
Probably pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, if it was
it was a fuck worth dying for.
fuck like you were dying.
Man.
Wow.
What a man.
That's such a romantic story.
Yeah, it really is, yeah. Well, if you are going to be kicking it, here's a way to put some perspective on it. Got this email from Catherine, and it was all about people who worked with terminal patients that had 3 to 12 weeks to live. And this nurse apparently was asking them what their biggest regrets were. And the top 5 were: 1, I wish I had had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. The second was, I wish I hadn't worked so hard.
Wow.
3, I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. 4, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. And 5, I wish that I had let myself be happier.
Those are all awesome.
Damn.
And they seem somewhat easy, but it's the hardest thing for humans to do. Mm-hmm. You read that and they go, oh, yeah, that all makes sense. But a lot of people don't do that. They
Yeah.
don't say what they got to say.
Yeah.
They don't make themselves happy first.
All of that. It makes you go, what the fuck are you waiting for?
They don't do the work to keep up the relationships.
Yeah.
There's definitely people in my life where I look back and go, I wish I was still in contact with them. That you don't talk to anymore, that you want to reach out to.
Maybe we should do a bit. Who do you miss?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even, I'm not even talking about on the romantic level. I'm talking about guys I played baseball with that are really good friends and really great people that you just kind of drift apart. And there was only because of time or
Yeah.
location, you just don't talk anymore. But they're awesome, wonderful people.
Yeah.
And I would like to reconnect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good email. Like, fucking bird think.
Yeah, that heart thing, if you're doing that, how do you even know? It seems like for a lot of people, it's a silent killer where they're completely unaware that they got that kind of blockage until they get a massive symptom or a small heart attack itself.
That's crazy.
You'd think there'd be a way to maybe test to see how your blood flow's going.
There should be, and I think they do like a body scan now. I don't know how much it costs. I've heard people say it's
Yeah.
kind of expensive, but they can like scan your whole entire body and look at every place where you're flowing.
Yeah, because you got, stories even topical. The one football coach I was talking about yesterday, Mike Leach. He was the head football coach of Mississippi State University. Hasn't been a bowl game that's playing here in Florida. They went 8-4 this year. He's considered to be, one of those pioneering type coaches for the offense that he ran, and a very interesting dude that would answer any question. You'd ask him about Halloween candy, he would go off on it. He'd talk about aliens, Bigfoot, how to propose. His press conferences, people loved him because they were just tangents of him just going off, talking about a bunch of nonsensical stuff, which is refreshing when all you typically hear is just answers about football. And he had passed. He had a heart issue. He passed away yesterday morning, and apparently the reports have just come in this morning. Did you hear about the American soccer journalist Grant Wall? He had died over in Qatar, and they were wondering because he'd worn a rainbow shirt and apparently was detained because they do not accept anything
Gay pride.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so people are like, okay, did the Qataris, did they knock him off? Did they have something to do with it? Well, apparently they announced this morning that he died of a slowly growing, undetected, ascending aortic aneurysm.
Damn.
So, yeah, it sounds like something kind of heart-related, blood flow-related as well. He was just 48 years old when he had passed. They did the aneurysm, I guess the aortic aneurysm ruptured.
Damn.
And that's what took him out. So
those aneurysms, that's horrifying. Because, if you're a young guy, how would you even know that was going on? You wouldn't be going to get that body scan when you're in your 30s.
That's why you got to live like you were dying. That's why you got to fuck while you're dying.
Thank you, Tim McGraw.
That's
you're the dirty
right.
McGraw.
Yeah, the dirty McGraw. That sounds like it's definitely a sexual position.
Oh, do me a favor. Will you lick my dirty McGraw?
Yeah. That's going to be rough. All right, y'all. Thanks for those uplifting emails. Except for one.
Except for one. You, sir, can go scratch.
Mail at kvjshow.com. You can send them all to us. You guys enjoy your Wednesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most... Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.